Welcome back to Beelzebub the Jag. I've replaced the fuel pump. Here's the original Lucas part, and as it turns out, it doesn't seem to have failed. Now I've got it out. I've got the new one in place. It skews. I've just put these as a temporary measure. I've literally just, the connector's different. The old one's got flat spades. Look, just got flat spades, and this one's got like threaded nipples. So I've just put some extra wire on just to sort of try and fire it up, because these connectors don't fit. Obviously I won't be leaving it like that, but I'm just trying to power it up. Now I can't get any feed to the pump, and I don't think it's the fuel pump that's at fault. Let me show you what I've done. I've disconnected the pipe to the fuel rail, and I was hoping to see fuel firing out of there, but it's all a bit more complex than it seems. Let's just turn the lever. So I have the this is the left-hand tank, and that's the right-hand tank. You've got a little R just down here. The right-hand tank's disconnected. It was disconnected when I bought the car. Let me just show you. I don't believe the tanks hold. This is the feed from the right-hand tank. Normally it fits in around about here, and you have a changeover valve. When you press that button I've just showed you, it changes from left to right, and you've also got a return valve, because when the fuel pump's pushing and the engine's running, probably about 75 or 80% of the fuel that's delivered to the fuel rail doesn't actually get burnt. It gets returned. It gets delivered here. Obviously certain amounts go into the injectors, but the vast majority of it goes straight through the rail into the then gets returned. This is a fuel pressure valve, and once it builds up to a certain pressure, say like on tick over, that valve will be open, and most of the fuel will go back down this pipe, goes along the front of the engine, and it goes through a cooler, and you see this silver pipe here. That's to protect it from the heat of the manifold. The petrol goes back along there, down under the floor, and gets returned. It gets returned to the tank. It's either the right hand or the left hand. Now then, where's the fuel return? Not sure which is which, to be honest with you. I'm getting a bit confused. I'm not sure. God, I don't know. One of these should be there should be a fuel return pipe anyway. No, wait a minute. Where does it go? Yeah, that should be the changeover, I think. Yes, yeah, there's a changeover valve between left and right. The fuel return valve must be somewhere else, because the fuel goes, it gets pumped directly into the top up here, and you can actually see it squirting in. So there must be something under the wheel arch. There's a pipe here. I haven't got my tools. I'm in Brighton, and I'm very few tools here. Most of my tools are back in Nottingham. I'm just thinking aloud here. Let's just go back to the other wheel arch. There's got to be something somewhere. I just don't know where. Anyway, so I suspect it can't be the changeover valve. It just can't be, because that's been removed. We've only got fuel coming from the left-hand tank. But this is the confusing thing. I know that my left-hand tank has got it's half full. So if we turn let's have a look. It's definitely, connected to the right on the switch anyway. And if I turn the ignition on, it's rising a tiny bit, but virtually nothing. If I change over to the right-hand tank, which I've never used and I know to be pretty much empty, let's just press that, and then we'll watch that. Look, the needle's coming up. Something's confused here, and I don't have my manual. My manuals are frustratingly back in Nottingham, 200 miles away. I bought a new fuel pump, but it looks like it's not the fuel pump. So now it's reading that the right-hand tank, there's a little R just on the side here, is half full. I know it's empty. So if I go onto the left, It's swizzling all the way down. It's showing it's empty, but I know it's half full. I don't know. Let's just crank the engine. It appears to be on the left-hand tank. And I'm just hoping, as we can see, we're getting no fuel delivered to that. We're getting no fuel delivered to that pipe. And if we switch over onto the other, let's see. Nothing. There's no fuel being delivered to the engine, or from the left or the right. So I'm not sure. I just don't know. Let's have a look. I'm listening. I've got a clicking, a ticking. You probably can't hear it, but if I press between left and right, there's definitely a ticking, and it sounds to be coming from the back wheel arch. Yeah, it is. Let me just put the camera microphone down here. And I'm just going to press that. I'm just going to press that button. Let me just leave the. Just going to leave the camera on the spare tyre just for a minute. Yes, I would imagine the microphone picked that up. But like I said, I just don't have my tools. Shit, what a nuisance. What an absolute nuisance. So, I'm just not sure. I'm really not sure. I'm completely at a loss. So we're getting no fuel delivered to the engine. The other thing is the fuel doesn't, the pump doesn't seem to energise from the key alone. Let me just put my microphone back on. Excuse my rambling hands. It just doesn't. If I just pull this pipe off here, go on.